the number 1 and number 2 teams later in the week. Want to welcome all our listeners up in Havre listening to us on QX 92.5 FM tonight. This is Bob Ritterott along with Brad Ritterott. We're going to take us a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back and maybe have us a chat with Coach Drykosen after this 2-minute break.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on.
Hey, how about gumbo?
Like it's not how much you make, but rather how much you keep. First Interstate Bank knows this. That's why we're here to help you grow your money for anything. From college savings and retirement to even that unexpected trip to the dentist. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Once again this year, Montana Sportscast will be the voice of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We'll bring you live football, men's and women's basketball action throughout the season from Rocky Mountain College. Also want to remind everyone That better, Andy? to our Frontier Conference podcast with your host, Bob Ritterott and Tom Kurtz. All that on www.mpsportscast.com. And welcome back to the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College as we get set for tournament action here as the Northern Lights come to town, take on the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College. These two teams have matched up 3 times this season already. In the first meeting here at Rocky Mountain College back on December the 3rd, it was Northern coming out with a 1.80-79 win over Rocky. And on January 22nd at Havre, Rocky got a 77-73 win. And then just seems like yesterday, back on the 13th of February, Rocky got an 80-64 win over the Lights here at the Fortin Center. As far as the conference goes, it's Lewis and Clark State on top. They have a 14-4 conference mark. Carroll is number 2 at 13-5. Those two teams get byes. And then Western at 12-6. They take on Great Falls at 5-13. And of course, Montana State Northern and Rocky, both with identical records here at the 4-5 spot at 8 wins and 10 losses in the conference play. Overall, Northern has a 19-11 mark and Rocky 17-13. These two teams match up fairly evenly across the board. Points per game, Rocky about 7 points a game better than the Lights. Field goal percentage, both about dead even at 43%. 3-point percentage, Northern with the edge there, 38-36%. Free throw shooting, Northern shoots a little better from the charity stripe at 73% to 70% for the Battlin Bears. Rebounds per game, Rocky, a very good rebounding team, has a 7 rebounds per game edge there, 42-35. Assist-wise, there is a wash there at 14.5. Turnovers per game, Rocky turns the ball over 14 times to 12 times for Northern, and Rocky takes it away one more time than what the Lights do. We'll take us another timeout. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back with more from the Fortin Center.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio. action and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountains.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like it's not how much you make, but rather how much you keep. First Interstate Bank knows this. That's why we're here to help you grow your money for anything. From college savings and retirement, to even that unexpected trip to the dentist. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Once again this year, Montana Sportscast will be the voice of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We'll bring you live football, men's and women's basketball action throughout the season from Rocky Mountain College. Also want to remind everyone that you can listen to our Frontier Conference podcast with your hosts, Bob Ridderott and Ron Kurtz. All that on www.mtsportscast.com.
Good. I know it was because you swore one day. What'd you say? You look good. That's an understood. Right, Coach Foley?
And welcome back to the Fortin Center here as we get set for tournament action. A Frontier Conference playoff game between the Northern Lights and the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College. As we're going to grab Coach Drykosen over here, bring him over and chat with him a little bit.
Now, we have to be ready on those.
There we go. How we doing, Coach?
Good.
Good. Ready for tonight?
Yep, better be.
Decked out in green and basketball tie, looking good, man.
All right, thanks. Same to you.
Coach, it seems like with the old saying, hard to beat somebody 3-4 times a year. This is the fourth trip for this, guys. You got them 2-1 already, but it's a whole new ball game here tonight.
Yeah, we don't need to beat them 4 times. We just need to beat them 3 times.
That's right.
The only one that matters is this one. This one's worth 4 times 4, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Talk a little bit about what it's like preparing for this team for the fourth time this year. Anything really different, Coach?
No, not really, I don't think. I mean, maybe there's less preparation. I mean, there's only so much you can do. There's only so many ways to skin a cat, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But we just got to come out and players got to perform. I think it'll be a great game and hopefully a tremendous outcome for the Battlin Bears.
Oh, I forgot. Coach Keller told me I got to stand up when I interview you because that's good luck.
Oh, okay.
So
there you go.
I don't want him blaming anything on me.
Hey, what are you saying there? Hey, we'll take all the luck we can get. Yeah. We'll tell him hi. He's probably listening. So hello, Big West, and good luck up there. We need the lights to go down here and up north.
That's right. What do you think is going to be key tonight, Coach?
Well, I mean, they shoot the three-point shot so extremely well. They play so hard, and they execute their stuff. I mean, you got to defend for long periods of time. You got to have long periods of concentration. Very small amounts of breakdowns, and you can't break down in the last 5 minutes. That's for sure.
Right, and Coach Hughes, very a master taking all the time off that clock before he puts the ball up a lot of times.
Yeah, and they're playing a little bit more, I don't know if freely is the right word, but they're going to always get good shots. They're not going to take bad shots. They always take good shots. And so, and then on the other end, we have to do a good job with our possessions because you don't get a lot of them.
Right. Well, Coach, good luck tonight. And get ready for that next game.
All right, we want to have another one this year, more than one.
All right,
thanks a
lot.
Good
luck, my man. And Coach Drykosen getting set to play the Lights here in tournament action from the Fortin Center at Rocky Mountain College. We'll take us a 3-minute timeout, come back with more after this break.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Hey, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcasts. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ridrock will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click on demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff season. Throughout the season, this fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball, and in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. And welcome back to the Ford Center on the campus. MSU Northern Lights team. They are led in scoring by Warren Edmondson. He comes into this contest averaging 13 points per game. David Strother, campus of Rocky Mountain College, a little bit of right behind him at 10 points. Tyler Chandler averaging 9.7 points per game. And Trevail Lee at 9.5 points per game as well. As far as rebounding goes, it is Strother leading the way there with an average of 5.8 rebounds per game. For the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College, it is Rob Neby leading the scoring for the Battlin Bears at right at 20 points per game, followed up by Taylor Longo at 13.6 per game, Chad Cannonen at 11.9. Derek Graves would be next at 8.4, and Ben Moorkirky, the big guy in the middle, averaging 7.4 as well. Neby with those 19.5 points per game is also averaging 7.2 rebounds per game. Chad Cannonen of the Battlin Bears, 7.4 points per game and 7 league and three-pointers. He has made 85 of 218 attempts from the three-point line for 39% for the sophomore out of Winifred, Montana. Actually, Roy, Montana, played at Roy Winifred, won a state championship there, and I was fortunate enough to do the play-by-play in that ball game as well. So Chad done a great job at the shooting here at the college level, carried it right from high school, and just does a great job of putting the ball in the hole for this Battlin Bear team. These two teams very even, as we talked about. Brad on the paper come in here with identical conference marks at 8 and 10 on the season, and it looks like, as Coach Drykosen said, got to win one more, but it's always tough to play somebody 4 times a year.
Yeah, it is. Conference plays, teams play each other, every year. And, of course, as you go on the postseason, you see a team more often, you're more familiar with them, their sets, what they're going to throw at you defensively. and just more familiar with him as well. So I mean, it is tougher as the season goes on to beat a team that you see repeating.
And these two teams, as I said earlier, have met 3 times throughout the season, has kind of changed the dynamics of the Frontier Conference, with Westminster moving up to Division II back on December 3rd right here at Rocky Mountain College. Northern came away with an 80-79 win. On January 22nd, Rocky got a 77-73 win up in Havre, and then here on February the 13th, it was Rocky on top by the score of 80-64. As we also have the Western and Great Falls game getting set to get underway as well. Mr. Bruce Parker got an iPad down here for us to kind of keep an eye on that game. We'll try to bring you up to date on those scores as well. We'll take a minute timeout. We'll come back with more after this 1-minute break.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one.
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And welcome back to the Fortin Center. Want to welcome all our listeners up in Havre as well on QX 92.5 FM. Happy to be able to bring these games, or this game, to you. I'm used to doing 2, but just 1 here tonight. The men's playoff game as the Lights come to town, take on the Battlin Bears, playing at 4 and 5 spots. As I said, both these teams come in here with identical conference records of 8 and 10, and the winner will move on. And the losers' season is over here at the Fortin Center on First Interstate Bank Court. Got a nice crowd coming in here tonight as the seats are starting to fill up. The pep band over there, they're getting cranked up, ready to play as well. It looks like we got some of the student body in here getting set and ready to go. As well as I'm looking for a wild crowd here tonight. Coach Hughes coming out on the floor here for the Lights as well. He and Coach Drykosen, well, I'd hate to count how many contests they've had against each other here the last few years, but Coach Sean Hughes does a great job. Good luck, Sean. As Coach Hughes stopping, shaking hands, just does a great job with this Northern Ball Club as well. And one thing that we did talk about a little bit in that last home game with the shot clock change, Brad, Coach Hughes was very good at taking as much time off that clock as he could. And I think it probably affected Northern probably more than any other team in the conference.
Yeah, with the shot clock going down to 30 seconds this year, you're seeing a lot more teams, try a little full court pressure, a little 3-quarter, 1-2, 2-2 trap, trying to take a couple seconds, off the clock. By the time, they get into the half court set, down to 22, 24, and just a little bit tougher to get your play set up, a little less time, try to rush an offense into a bad shot or two and to, try to get your fast break started going the other way off that.
Yeah, another thing, if you put a little bit of full court pressure, and you make that 6 seconds getting the ball up the floor, and you get that, up to a 12 seconds or 15 seconds, then you got a 15 seconds to set up your half-court offense. We're going to take us a 3-minute timeout. We'll come back, and we'll have our starting lineups after this break.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever. Opportunity knows some things just can't be played. Can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one.
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Wrestle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click on demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons. Throughout the season, this fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball. And in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. And welcome back to the Fortin Center as Tony Hammond, music professor here, singing our national anthem for us. Now the starting lineups first tonight for the MSU Northern Lights and head coach Sean Hughes. It'll be number 3, Trevale Lee, a 5'9 senior out of Memphis, Tennessee. Number 20 will be Badasha Margaza, a 6'1 junior out of Seattle, Washington. Number 22 will be David Strother, a 6'5 junior out of Sacramento, California. Number 24, the leading scorer for the Lights, Warren Edmondson, a 6'2 senior out of Portland, Oregon. And number 44, KJ Reck, a 6'6 senior out of Big Timber, Montana. Once again, head coach Sean Hughes. And now for the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College, it's number 2, Chad Cannonen, a 6'1 sophomore out of Roy, Montana. Number 5 will be Derek Graves, a 6'3 junior out of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Number 23 will be Taylor Longo, a 6'1 junior from Littleton, Colorado. Number 30 will be the leading scorer for the Battlin Bears, Rob Neby, a 6'5 senior out of Plentywood, Montana. And the big guy in the middle will be number 40, Ben Moorkirky, a 6'7 senior from Conrad, Montana. Head coach Bill Drykosen, assisted by Denver Cobb, James Bullock, Len Wilkins, and Niall Finney. Once again, I want to welcome all our listeners on QX 92.5 FM up in Havre. Happy to be able to bring this game to you tonight. This is Bob Ritterott along with Brad Ritterott as we get set for our first playoff game here in the Frontier Conference. They are just getting underway, I believe, up in Dillon as well. We'll kind of keep you posted on those scores as we go throughout the night as well. As we're set and ready to go, it's going to be Strother going up against Moorkirky, and it's Longo controlling the tip for the Battlin Bears and Rocky Mountain College. He'll go to Graves. Graves goes to Cannonen. Cannonen with it. He'll penetrate. Kicks outside to Nebe. Nebe looks underneath the Longo. Lights in a man-to-man defense as Longo takes it to the hole. Misses, gets his board out to Nebe. Nebe penetrates. Step side. Move to the left. Up and good. Rob Nebe gets the Battlin Bears on the scoreboard first here. For Rocky lead 2-0. And the Lions come back the other way. Lee with the basketball out on top. Lee getting a screen out there from Reck. Goes far side to Edmondson. Back to Lee to Reck. Reck comes out high post guarded by Nebe. He'll hand it off there to Strother. Strother goes far side to Edmondson. Puts up the long three-pointer. And Warren Edmondson puts the Lights on top. 3-2 with that deep three. Bears come back the other way with Taylor Longo. Longo goes to the left side to Graves. Graves with the basketball. Lights in the man-to-man defense here. Lee all over Graves. Graves hands it off to Nebe. Nebe long three-pointer. In and out, no good. Rebound fought for, and we got a whistle and a foul. Is going to go against Moorkirky. As Ben Moorkirky will pick up his first personal foul. And the Lights will bring it back the other way as Margrasa brings it up. Goes out far side. Now they bring it back around. Margrasa kicks it out to Strother. Strother underneath the Reck. Reck going to work on Moorkirky. Puts it up. No good. It's Cannonen with the rebound. Gets it out to Longo. Longo brings it up the left side for the Battlin Bears. Taylor having a good second half of the season here. And it is Derek Graves taking it to the hole. And he'll score with a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play as Graves puts the Bears on top, 4-3. And Coach Hughes got that coat off already.
Yeah, it's coming off already. They're not happy with the weak side defense there. Nobody slid over to stop the penetration.
And Graves goes to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. It's up. Off the iron, no good, and a rebound. It's going to come down to Margarza. Gets it on the far side to Edmondson. Margarza back, long three-pointer, in and out, no good. Rebound by Nebe. Nebe brings it up the left side. Nebe takes it in the paint, finds Moorkirky underneath. Moorkirky goes up, he's fouled. And Reck will pick up his first personal foul. So the two big guys on each side picking up a personal foul here early in this ball game, as it'll be Moorkirky going to the line. Ben will go to the line to shoot a couple. First one is up and good. (5-3) Rocky on top by 2. 17:52 to go here in the first half. Moorkirky's second one's going to be off. No good. Rebound comes down to the Lights. Goes far side. Edmondson with the basketball. Now to Lee. Lee with it. He'll bring it back out on top. Bears in a little bit of a zone defense here. Kind of a 2-3, I believe, Brad. They kind of stunned it a little bit.
Yeah, it's almost been like a 2-3 matchup zone here to come out starting this ball game.
And the foul's going to go against Taylor Longo as he picks up his first personal foul. 2 team fouls apiece here. Lights basketball underneath their own basket. They get it out to Lee on the perimeter. Swing it around. Strother has it. And it's Edmondson in the corner. Shot's no good. Rebound Nebe. Nebe brings it back across the timeline for the Battlin Bears. Gets it to Cannonen. Chad Cannonen, deep three-pointer. It's good. Chad Cannonen hits the big three-pointer, and Coach Hughes wants a timeout. We'll take one as well. 17-17, 8-3 Rocky. We'll be back in 30.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better.
It'll be Lights basketball coming back the other way as Lee will bring it up across the timeline. Edmonton with the basketball, and it is Ryan Reeves, a 6'9 sophomore out of Alaska, into the ball game for the first time. Edmonton with the basketball goes far side to Chandler. Now they get it inside. Ball's knocked away. Chandler picks up the loose ball. 5 on the shot clock. They get it in the corner. Strother shots up, no good. Rebound comes down to Longo as Longo brings it back up the right side, gets it off to Graves. Graves will penetrate, takes it to the hole. Shots up, no good. And Morkirky tries for the tip. It's going to be Rocky basketballs. It'll go off Ryan Reeves. Into the ball game for the Bears will be Joel Stultz. Joe, a 6'7 senior out of Winifred. It'll be Rocky basketball underneath their own basket. Taylor Longo will inbound the basketball. Longo gets it in the corner to Cannon. Cannon guarded, penetrates, kicks it, nearly loses it, and he's going to be fouled as he comes through the paint. Foul's going to go against Ryan Reeves. That'll be his first personal foul. Third team foul on Northern. Taylor Longo to inbound the basketball under his own basket. Looks, gets it to Graves right underneath the basket. Nice move by Derek Graves for 2. Rocky on top, 10-3. As Lee comes back the other way for the Lights, gets it off to Chandler. Chandler, far side to Edmondson. Back to Chandler. Chandler, looks like the Bears switching to a straight man-to-man here coming out of that timeout, Brad.
Yeah, they did the man right now here.
As it is Cannon out there on Lee. 3 on the shot clock, and Lee puts it up. It's good. 3-pointer right on the line. 10-6. Rocky on top over Northern. 15:50 to go here in the first half. Winner moves on. Losers season is over here tonight on First Interstate Bank Court. And Lee is going to pick up the foul, and Taylor Longo will go to the charity stripe here. So we got players coming back in for the Lights. We'll get them for you. Looks like Reck coming back in as Taylor Longo goes to the line. He'll be shooting 2. First one is up and good, 11-6 coming into the game for the Lights. Tatarka comes in. Margosa comes back in, as well as KJ Reck. Tegan Johnson comes in for the Battlin Bears. He'll replace Derek Graves. Longo puts the ball up. It is good. And Taylor Longo doubles up the Lights here, 12-6. Bears on top. Margosa brings it down, gets it to Reck. Chandler will come out, take over at the top of the key. Gets it to Reck at the high post. Reck and Reeves both into the game here at the same time for Coach Hughes. Chandler, 3-pointer, top the key, no good. Nebe goes up high, gets the rebound, and he gets it out to Cannon. Chad Cannon up the right side. Now tries to go around Chandler. Nothing there, brings it back out to Longo. Longo penetrates, takes it, dumps underneath to Joel Stultz. As nice pass to Joel Stultz, and Coach Hughes wants another 30-second timeout. We'll stay here right here with this one. 14-6. Rocky on top. Or is they going to? Thought that might be immediate, but Brad, Rocky kind of mixing the defenses up here on the Lights.
They have, yeah, mixed up. Came out the 2-3 zone, then it, went back to man here last couple of possessions. It's really enabled the Lights here to really get any rhythm going offensively. Settling for a few outside jumpers early on. As Edmondson knocked down one and Lee's hit one too as well, and that's their only 6 points coming from outside. So need a little bit more ball movement, a couple ball screens, get it inside out, and just really settle down, getting rhythm on. Defensively, though, the couple breakdowns, Longo and Graves been able to beat him off the dribble and get to the bucket.
And back to live action as the Lights come back. Chandler has it, goes to the far side, Tatarka with it. Tatarka out on top now. Back to Chandler on the right side. They kick it out to Margaza. Margaza has it. Back to Chandler. Chandler goes underneath the Reeves. Reeves tries to go baseline. Nothing there. Kicks back outside. 8 on the shot clock. Margaza gets it in the corner. Tatarka. Tatarka penetrates. Kicks out to Chandler for 3. In and out, no good. And it's going to be out of bounds as they're looking for help there. The referee's going to say it's Rocky basketball. It'll be Rocky basketball in the backcourt. 14:37 to go here in the first half. Rocky on top, 14-6. Nebe will inbound the basketball. Gets it into Longo. Longo goes to Stoltz. Stoltz with it. Stoltz tries to go underneath the Nebe, but nice defense there by the Lights. Cutting off that backdoor cut. Nebe penetrates, gets a screen, takes it to the hole. He's blocked by Reeves, and we got 3 Lights on the floor there as Reeves got the block, got the basketball, then traveled. And it'll be Rocky basketball. And into the ball game for the Bears is Danny Betcher and Derek Graves, and coming back in is David Strother, as well as Edmondson and Lee for the Lights. One thing about this game, Brad, this is the end of the season for one of these teams. No sense of getting ready for tomorrow.
Right, yeah, you leave it all out on floor tonight.
Graves will inbound the basketball for the Battlin Bears. Gets it into Cannon, and Chad's going to be whistled for the travel. It'll be Lights basketball in the backcourt on the side. 14-14 to go here in the first half. Rocky on top, 14-6. Ball out on top. Strother with it. Edmondson to Lee. Margasa. Lee. Lee with the basketball, directing traffic, wanting to screen out on top. Now he penetrates, takes it to the hole, puts it up, it's good. As Travell Lee goes to the hole for the Lights. 14-8, Rocky on top. They have the lead and the basketball as Graves comes back the other way. Graves with it, trying to penetrate, nothing there, kicks it back out. Stoltz with the basketball to Cannon for 3 on the left side. This one's going to be long, and the rebound comes down to Margasa. Margasa quickly up to Lee, kicking to Edmonton, shot in the corner, no good. It's going to be out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Lights.
That looks like Derek Graves hustling back on defense. That three-pointer was partially blocked.
And 13:24 to go here in the first half. 14-8, Rocky on top. And we will be back in 1 minute.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Hey, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
The Battlin Bear ski racing team is coached by head coach Terry Wolf.
And can't be
This
missed.
Saturday, both teams embark for Lake Placid,
First
New York,
Interstate Bank.
to compete at the
That's what
National Ski
opportunity
Racing
looks like.
Championships.
Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Just like the U.S. hockey team did in Lake Placid in February of 1980, we wish both teams good luck in bringing home the gold. Please join us in giving our ski racing teams a big Battlin Bears round of applause.
Finish the forms and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving.
And welcome back to the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. 13:24 to go here in the first half. Rocky on top, 14-8. Did I come back too quick on you, Andy? Okay. All right, Rocky on top, 14-8. It'll be Lights basketball underneath their own basket here. And going to take the ball out of bounds will be Edmondson underneath the basket. At that timeout, Rocky honoring the ski teams as they are getting set to go to the Nationals in Lake Placid, New York. Basketball here tonight, though. Lee with the basketball on top for the Lights. Now they get it on the baseline to Reck. Inside to Strother. Back outside. Edmonton can't finish, and Derek Graves runs down the long rebound for the Battlin Bears. 13:07 to go here in the ball game, or first half, excuse me. Tegan Johnson with it. Penetrates. Nowhere to go. Dumps it off to Graves. Graves goes up. Can't finish. And it's Moorkirky with the rebound and putback. Ben Moorkirky with a big putback and board as he doubles up the Lights once again. 16-8 Rocky on top. Lights come back the other way. Margrassa has it. They swing it around.
Bears going back to the 2-3 zone here.
As Lee with the basketball. Trying to penetrate on that zone. Gets in the paint. Now kicks it back out. Margrassa. This is Lee for three, and he's going to be fouled on the three-pointer by Rob Neeby. And Travell Lee will go to the line to shoot 3 free throws. That'll be the first foul on Neeby. As Lee will walk up to the free throw line here to shoot 3. 12:26 to go here in the first half. Rocky on top, 16-8. Lee's first free throw is off. Lee, a 71% free throw shooter on the season. Misses that first one of 3. Second one is in and out. That one was halfway down. Brad came back out. As Lee gets set for that third free throw, it's up and he gets the third one. 16-9, Rocky on top. Longo will bring the ball up to 4 for the Battlin Bears. Taylor Longo brings it to the left side, goes to Tegan Johnson, to Neeby, finds Moorkirky underneath, and Moorkirky is going to be fouled, as that'll be Reck picking up his second personal foul. William Walker, a 6'6 junior out of Lehigh, Utah, coming into the ball game. For Reck with those 2 fouls and the inbounds play once again. Rob Neeby scoring. Brad, that's twice now off of inbounds plays. The Battlin Bears have picked up easy baskets underneath.
Yeah, well, it's a little lapse there defensively by the Lights. Neeby just cutting right to the bucket for 2.
Lights come back the other way. Strother has it. Dumps to Walker, and it's going to be Tegan Johnson with the steal. Johnson brings it up the left side for the Battlin Bears. Looks underneath the Moorkirky, nothing there. They bring it back out on top. Graves will set things up. 11:44 to go in the first half. Graves kicks out. Maybe three-pointer's going to be long, and Lee runs it down on the far side. Travell Lee brings it up for the Lights. He gets it back, penetrates, kicks it to Strother. Strother back to Lee for 3. He hits it. Travell Lee hits another three-pointer. 18-12. Rocky on top of Northern. Is that 2 threes for him, I believe, Brad?
Yes, it is. He's got 9 for the Lights.
And we got a whistle away from the basketball. It's going to be a foul on the Battlin Bears. It'll go against Derek Graves. That's his first personal foul. 18-12, Rocky on top. Margassa comes down, goes far side to Edmondson. Lee with it. Travell Lee had the hot hand. Edmondson hit one big one at the start of the game here, and the ball's going to be stolen away by Neeby. Neeby comes back the other way, takes it all the way to hole. It's up and good. And Rob Neeby's foul. He'll go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play. 20-12, Rocky on top by 8. 10:51 to go. I believe Rob can make this the biggest lead of the night for the Battlin Bears, Brad, at 9 if he can make this one. That foul going against Margassa. That is his first personal foul. 16 fouls on Northern. Free throw off the front iron, and it's going to be battle for the rebound. It'll go to the Lights.
Checking in for the Lights, number 50, Ryan Reeves.
Reeves comes back into the game for Walker for the Lights. As Crother will get it to Margasa. He'll bring it up. Gets it to Lee. Lee with the basketball. Lee goes far side. Edmondson back to Lee. Now inside Strother. Strother takes it to the hole. It's up and good as he goes over the top of Needy. 20-14. 6-point Rocky lead. 10:21 to go here in the first half. Longo gets it far side to Johnson, to Moorkirky. Nebe back to Moorkirky. Moorkirky goes up, can't finish, and he's going to be fouled underneath as Moorkirky will go to the free throw line to shoot two. And Chad Cannon will come back into the basketball game here for the Battlin Bears.
That's his second personal foul.
Reeves picking up his second personal, so both bigs for the Lights here with 2 fouls. Breck and Reeves with 2 apiece here. 10-10 left in the first half.
Moorkirky at the line. Been a 70% free throw shooter on the season. 20-14, Rocky on top. 10-10 to go here in the first half. Off the back iron, no good.
Checking in for your Battlin Bears, number 2, Chad Cannon.
Cannon comes back in for Derek Graves. Longo, Cannon, Nebe, Moorkirky, and Johnson, I believe, on the other side. Yes, for the Battlin Bears. Second free throw's up and good, 21-14. Margasa brings it up to Strother. Now back to Margasa. Gets a big double screen out on top, tries to penetrate. They get it to Lee on the left side. Lee looking for the double screen as well. And it's going to be a blocking foul on Taylor Longo. As Taylor will pick up his first personal foul. No, that'll be 2 on Taylor. As Derek Graves comes in for Taylor Longo. And Chandler coming back in the game for the Lights. He'll inbound the basketball. Chandler gets it into Margasa. Chandler with it. Now they go to Reeves. High post. Reeves with it. Little mismatch there as out front. Chandler has it. Margasa. Margasa goes to Reeves. 9 on the shot clock. They dump it underneath. And the little lob pass inside for Ryan Reeves for 2. 21-16.
Nice ball movement there by Northern.
Yeah, we talked about that in the pregame, Brad. They do a great job of moving the. They do a great job of moving the basketball around. As Derek Graves scores there for the Battlin Bears. 23-16, 9 minutes to go. Margasa with the basketball out on top. He's been running the point. Goes near side to Edmondson. Edmondson takes it to the hole, and he's going to be fouled by Moorkirky as they go high there in the air. And Ben Moorkirky's going to pick up his third personal foul, Brad. Oh, second. I thought he had 2. I thought you told. No, it's in that had 2. Okay.
Yeah, just a second.
That's 2 on Moorkirky. 8:32 to end the first. Number 6, Great Falls taking on number 3, Western, and Western is on top, 22-17. Stoltz back into the game. He'll replace Moorkirky with those 2 fouls. I would say Ben will probably sit the remainder of this first half. As Edmondson at the free throw line, made his first. Second is good as well. 23-18, back to a 5-point lead. And Dunsmore coming back into the ball game for the Lights.
That's Edmondson's first point since the first 3-pointer he hit here. So watch, see if that gets him going here again on the offensive end.
As Derek Graves brings it back for the Battlin Bears, picks up his dribble, goes to Johnson. Johnson with it. Johnson to Graves on the right side. Graves gets a screen over there. Wants to penetrate, go baseline, nothing there. Kicks it back out to Nebe. Nebe drives, step back three-pointer, off the iron, no good. And the rebound's going to come down to Dunsmore. Dunsmore gets it out to Edmondson. Edmondson, far side to Margassa. Margassa takes it back to the other side, goes to Edmondson, back to Margassa. Margassa to Edmondson. Edmondson with the basketball out on top. 12 on the shot clock for the Lights. Chandler with the ball. Chandler back to Margassa. Now they get it inside. Strother. Strother. And we got an offensive foul on Strother as he takes Joe Stoltz standing in there taking a charging foul. 7:55, and we're going to have a timeout on the floor. 23-18. Rocky on top. We have a 30-second timeout. We'll be back in 30.
Montana Sportscast is proud to be the voice of Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears football, as well as Rocky Mountain College Battlin Bears basketball. Join us this fall on game day from Herd Field.
The RMC Athletic Department would like to thank all of our students for their great support this year during all of our games. Tonight we're going to award you with a little bit of pizza pie. Indulge, devour, and thanks again, fans, for your support. Student section, make some noise!
And welcome back to the Fortin Center. 7:55 to go in the first half. Bob Ritterod along with Brad Ritterod here. Want to welcome our listeners up in Havre on QX 92.5 FM. Happy to bring this ball game to you. Rocky on top by 5, 23-18. Nebe with the basketball, gets it to Johnson to Cannon. Cannon wants to penetrate, takes it all the way to the hole. Wide open layup for Chad Cannon. As Cannon picks up 2 more points on the penetration. 25-18. Rocky on top by 7. Edmondson with the basketball. They go Strother, high post. Kick it out to Dunsmore. Dunsmore. Edmondson into Strother. Strother going to work inside. Kicks the ball outside. Margassa has it. Into Dunsmore. Dunsmore tries to go to the basket. Does. Shots up. It'll fall as Dunsmore. Justin Dunsmore, a 6'5 freshman out of Zela, Washington, with a nice power move inside. 25-20. Cannon with the basketball to Nebe. Nebe to Johnson, into Stoltz, and Stoltz is going to be fouled as Dunsmore is going to pick up the foul.
Fouls on the Lights, number 32, Justin Dunsmore.
That'll be his first personal foul, but Joe Stoltz is going to go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 here. 19 fouls on Northern, 6 on Rocky. We have a media timeout on the floor. 6:53 to go in the first half. Rocky on top, 25-20. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
The next Rocky Mountain College Championship program, joining Dr. Willick and Bruce Parker on the court, is our 3-time Frontier Conference champion volleyball team, led by head coach Lori Kelly. The Battlin Bears finished the season 27-9 and ranked 10th in the country. They won their 3rd consecutive Frontier Conference Tournament Championship, which qualified them for their 5th trip to the NAIA National Tournament in the last 6 years. Senior Brian Stippard was named 2nd Team All-American, while senior Aaliyah Villas earned Frontier Conference Co-Player of the Year honors.
Directions are different on the mountain.
Let's give our championship volleyball members a rousing applause as we say congratulations on another championship season.
And welcome back to the Fortin Center as they are honoring the volleyball team here tonight. At halftime, Coach Lori Kelly and her volleyball girls out there, ladies, I should say. 25-20 with 6:53 to go here in the first half. Rocky on top of Northern. Joe Stoltz at the charity stripe.
Your Battlin Bears, number 34, Joe Stoltz.
Joe, a 68% free throw shooter, puts that first one up in good. Got any stats there, Brad?
A couple, just checking out some rebounds here. Northern Lights, 0 offensive boards here. Rocky 3.
As Stoltz makes that second free throw, 27-20. 6:48 to go here in the first half. Chandler with the basketball for the Lights, gets it to Margasa. Margasa back out on top, sets things up. Battlin Bears in a little zone defense here once again. As Edmondson takes it to the basket, puts up the floater, shots no good, rebound Nebe. As Nebe will bring it up the middle of the floor for the Battlin Bears, crosses over, takes it to the right side, and it's going to be stolen away by Chandler. Chandler gets it up, nice ball movement. As Edmondson comes down with the basketball, it's going to be a big block by Joe Stoltz, and we got a whistle and a foul. Is going to go against Rob Neat, or they're going to call travel?
They did, yeah. They called it travel there to go back to the Lights here underneath their own hoop.
As Chandler will inbound the basketball. Chandler gets it out to Lee. Lee swings it around. Strother on top. Strother, Margasa, long three-pointer, no good. Nebe with the rebound. Rob comes back across the timeline. Hands off to Cannon. Cannon with the basketball goes to Johnson. Tegan Johnson, three-pointer's good. As Tegan Johnson hits a three and Coach Hughes wants a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. 5:54 to go in the first half. 30-20, Rocky on top. Back in a minute.
Full timeout called by the Lights.
Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever. Opportunity knows some things just can't be done, and can't be missed. First intercept. That's what opportunity looks like.
Fans, how about a hand for your Battlin Bear cheer squad and pet band?
(30-20) Rocky on top. 5:54 to go here in this first half.
The last three by Johnson gives the Bears the biggest lead tonight, 10 points.
Rays with the basketball. Gets it to Tatarka. Tatarka to far side. Chandler. Chandler drops underneath Strother. Strother takes it to the hole, and he's going to be fouled. As Strother will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. As Derek Graves picks up his second personal foul. 17 fouls on Rocky. Strother at the line. No good, and a rebound comes down to Stoltz. Joe gets it out to Graves. Graves with the basketball out on top for the Battlin Bears. Looks like the Lights have gone to a 2-3 zone here. And Stoltz turns around, puts up the 8-footer, can't finish, gets his rebound, takes it back up, and it's going to go out of bounds off of the Battlin Bears. It'll be Lights basketball in the backcourt. Lights bring it up. Margasa has it. He'll bring it up the right side. Margasa goes to Reeves. Reeves with it out on top. Reeves hands off to Chandler, far side. Tatarka. Back to Margasa. He takes it to the hole hard, gets his own rebound, and then he's going to be fouled on the rebound. As Margasa will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1 here. As the Lights in the bonus. Foul's going to go against Chad Cannon. That's his first foul.
Team 8. To the lines for the Lights, number 20, Adasa Margarsa for a 1-and-1.
Margasa, 68% free throw shooter. That one's up and good. He struggled on them first couple, Brad, but he's done pretty well since. Or was that Lee that shot those first ones?
That was Lee.
That
was Lee on the got fouled on the 3 earlier.
Margasa, second one up and good as well. 30-22, 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Graves comes back across the timeline, getting his play here from Coach Drykosen. Cannonen. Graves, three-pointer right side, off the iron, no good. Rebound comes down to Chandler in the lines. He brings it quickly up the right side. They kick it around. Margasa, Tatarka. Tatarka with it out on top. Guarded out there by Johnson. They get it inside. Strother, nothing there. Kicks back out. Tatarka out to Chandler. Shot clock at 14. Strother with the basketball. Margasa. And this is going to be Tatarka for three. No good. Chandler runs down the long rebound. And the Lights will get a new shot clock. Margasa goes to Strother out on top. Tatarka comes and gets it back to Margasa. Margasa. Strother, three-pointer off the back iron, no good. And Chandler had the rebound. It's going to be off him, out of bounds, as Rob Needy comes back into the game for the Battlin Bears. He'll replace Danny Betcher.
Checking in for the Lights, number 3, Trevail Lee. And number
Lee comes back in for the Lights, as well as Edmondson. Rocky basketball in the backcourt. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Bears on top, 30-22. Nice crowd here at Rocky tonight. Playoff basketball in the Frontier Conference. Levy gets it inside. It's going to be stolen away by Lee. Lee will bring it up the middle of the floor, goes far side. Now they get it down to Edmondson, back out to Lee. Inside, Strother with it. Strother, far side, Margasa. Margasa looks inside. Edmondson with the basketball. Now they get it into Strother. He goes to work against Stoltz. He's going to be fouled as Joe will pick up the foul. And it's going to be David Strother, the 6'5 junior out of Sacramento, will go to the line to shoot two here. Both teams with 9 team fouls. That is the first on Joe Stoltz. Strother, a 75% free throw shooter, makes that first one. Second one is up and good. Strother, a pretty good free throw shooter for a big guy, Brad.
Yeah, he has 2 of 3 at the charity stripe so far today.
Johnson gets it to Betcher. Betcher back into the ball game to Neby. Neby. Johnson. Neby, three-pointer left side. Back iron out, no good. Rebound comes down to Lee. Lee pulls up, top of the key, short, and the rebound fought for, and Stoltz comes out there with the basketball. Gets it to Tegan Johnson. Johnson back to Stoltz. Stoltz, three-pointer, top the key, hits off the back iron, and Cannonen goes up high for the rebound. Chad Cannonen is going to have it. He'll lose it off his hands, out of bounds. It'll be Lights basketball as Chandler comes back into the game for Trevail Lee. Tyler Chandler, a 6'2 junior out of Evanston, Wyoming. Down in the southwest corner of Wyoming. Lights, Edmondson goes to Chandler. Chandler with it. Back out to Edmondson on top. Edmondson signaling for some motion. Shot clock at 10. Strother with the basketball. Takes it right to the hole. It's up and good. David Strother with 2 more. As Neby comes back the other way. Neby hands it off. Goes to Stoltz. Stoltz has it. Back to Neby on the baseline. Stoltz, they swing it around. Tegan Johnson, top of the key. No good. Rebound fought for, and it's going to be Reeves coming out of there with the basketball. He'll get it far side to Edmondson. They swing it around. Margasa. Strother once again Looked at the free throw line jumper, doesn't take it. Chandler for three, it's good. It's a 1-point ball game. Rocky 30, Northern 29, and Coach Drykosen wants a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here during this timeout as Rocky just had their biggest lead, Brad, I believe 30-20. So the Knights have scored 9 unanswered points here to get this game back to within 1 on that 3-point shot by Chandler from the far side.
Once again, that's $1 per shot. If you make a shot.
Both teams mixing their defense up here as Northern actually playing a little bit of zone defense. They started out in that man-to-man at the beginning of the game, but they have showed a little bit of zone as well.
Once again, that's halftime coming up. We got Pop a shot. $1 per shot. Get your skills.
Once again, the winner of this game will move on. They will hit the road either to LC or Carroll as Rocky has the basketball. To Nebe. Nebe down in the corner, back out to Graves. Graves with the basketball, takes it to the right side, nothing there. Gets it to Nebe on top. Nebe penetrates, takes it to the hole with the layup, and it rolls around, falls in. And Rob Nebe breaks the scoring drought for the Battlin Bears. 32-29, Rocky on top.
Yeah, big bucket by Nebe there, able to beat his man off the dribble as the Lights went back to man.
70 seconds to go here in the first half. Lights with the basketball out on top. Chandler with it, just made a three-pointer. They leave him wide open basically, and this one's going to be off. Rebound fought for. Nebe has it, and he's going to be fouled from behind. Strother's going to pick up the personal foul. And Rob Nebe will make the long trip for the free throw. That's going to be 2 on Strother. 10 team fouls on the Lights. Rob Nebe going to the free throw line for the Battlin Bears. Robbie at 85% free throw shooter on the season. Averaging 19.5 points per game for the Battlin Bears. Free throw is up and good by Rob. 33-29, 4-point lead as William Walker comes back into the ball game.
William Walker.
Second free throw by Nebe. Falls in as well. 34-29, 5-point Rocky lead. Northern with the basketball. Margasa across the timeline. Gets it out to Walker. Chandler, far side, Edmondson. Edmondson has it. Back out, Dunsmore in back into the ball game. Margasa, Chandler, Dunsmore on the baseline. Looks inside, gets it to Walker. Walker goes to work. Left-handed jump hook. Up, no good. Nebe with the rebound.
And Bears will play for the last shot here.
Yeah, Coach Drykosen signaling one shot. Derek Graves with the basketball out near the half-court line. 18 on the clock. Graves setting something up here. Goes to Cannon. Hands it off to Cannon. Chad puts the shot up. No good. And that is going to end our first half as Edmondson put one up, but it's going to be long. At halftime, it's Rocky 34, Northern 29 in an exciting first half of basketball here from the Fortin Center. We'll take us a 3-minute timeout, come back with some. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back and talk with Athletic Director Bruce Parker.
Fans, it's that time for Papa Shop.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on.
Hey, how about a gumball?
Like it's not how much you make, but rather how much you keep. First Interstate Bank knows this. That's why we're here to help you grow your money for anything. From college savings and retirement to even that unexpected trip to the dentist. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Once again this year, Montana Sportscast will be the voice of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College. We'll bring you live football, men's and women's basketball action throughout the season from Rocky Mountain College. Also want to remind everyone that you can listen to our Frontier Conference podcast with your hosts, Bobby Ross and Ron Hurts. All that on www.mpsportscast.com. And welcome back to the Fortin Center. We got Athletic Director Bruce Parker. Bruce, exciting basketball game here tonight.
Well, you know, this is the fourth time, Bob, as you've mentioned tonight's broadcast, that these teams have met, and they've all been barn burners like this. I think the first game in December, it was an overtime game, and MSU Northern scored on a breakaway layup in overtime to win it at the buzzer. And then Rocky went up and won up there, and then one back down here, so it's a 2-1 lead. But they've all been really close, and it's funny to watch anytime you play an MSU Northern team. They never let you get too far away, and they're always in the game. Sean Hughes is an outstanding basketball coach, and he has all kinds of different things he runs and does in games, and I think a lot of him as a college basketball coach, and he's always going to be in the game. They're coming off a great 2 weeks where they've won some big games, including the win over the third-ranked Warriors of Lewis Clark State last week up in Havre. And I knew this one was going to be just like this, 34-29, but I like the 34 better than the 29.
Yeah, that's a lot more fun being on that side of the scoreboard tonight.
Great crowd on hand too tonight, Bob. We've just about filled up the Fortin Center, and I'm happy about that. And, the commish will be happy.
Yeah.
Because that means more revenue for the Frontier Conference.
Yeah, this is a Frontier playoff game, so definitely huge for the Frontier Conference. But, Bruce, you're honoring some other teams out here. You had the ski team out, the volleyball team out on the floor as well tonight.
Yeah, we did, Bob, and we're real proud of all of our athletic teams at Rocky Mountain College. And our first media timeout, we honored the men's and women's ski teams, both currently ranked number 1 in the country, both on their way to Lake Placid, New York, not for the Olympics, but for the national championships. And then both teams have a great chance to win national titles. I know they're going to have to ski well, and you got to get it done when it comes to the national meet. And I like their chances. They've skied very well this year, coming off a big regional where they performed very well. And we're proud of what Coach Jerry Wolf has done with our ski team. And then our last media timeout, we honored Lori Kelly and the volleyball team. 3 straight trips to the national tournament, won the Frontier regular season and postseason title this year. 5 out of the last 6 years back in Sioux City, Iowa for the Nationals. And Lori Kelly's done a masterful job of putting together the top program, one of the top programs in all the NAI, and we're proud of them. And then our first time out in the second half, we will honor the men's soccer team who got all the way to the Elite 8 this year, 17-3-4 on the season, won the Cascade of their first year in the league, won the regular season and the postseason championship. And Richard Duffy does another remarkable job coaching that team, and we're very proud of all of our athletic teams, and especially these 3 that we're honoring tonight.
Bruce, let's talk a little bit about the basketball scenario. You got the women are actually up in Northern tomorrow night. Talk a little bit about who's going to play who and when they're going to play.
Well,
I guess it depends on who wins. But
yeah, the top 2 seeds are Lewis Clark State, who had a regular season championship in the Frontier for the women, as they did in the men's. And the number 2 seed is, I believe, the University of Great Falls. Number 3 is Northern, 4 was Carroll, 5 was Rocky Mountain College, and 6 was Montana Tech. Carroll will play tomorrow night against Montana Tech. That's a good matchup. Tech's coming off a big win in Havre against MSU Northern, and Carly Van Dyke has been playing very well, so that'll be a good one. And then, of course, Wes Keller has beaten MSU Northern 2 out of 3 this year, and you have a chance. Postseason, it's one and done.
Yep.
You got to win, and You know, a couple years ago, Rocky Mountain College men were the 6th-ranked team, went in and won 3 games and went to the national tournament as the postseason champion. So anything can happen, and I don't really think there's any team, men's or women's, in this league that is a big-time favorite. You better play well. You better protect your home court if you're going to win and go on to win a championship. But I like the way Rocky's men are playing tonight. There's a lot of pressure in this game, and you know, when you're at home and there's a lot of expectations for your team, I believe that, and I can say this, that Billy Drykosen for the men and Wes Keller for our women have done great jobs coaching this year. They both had some injuries. They both had some guys leave the team. Lost another player last week up at Carroll for the women, Justin Jewell, out for the season. And that goes along with Destiny having her injury. And so Wes, in his 2nd year, has won 15 games. And he's got to the postseason, and those were some of his goals. Now, if he can play well tomorrow night, hopefully he can get a win.
All right, Bruce, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for coming over. But one more question. Am I going to Lake Placid to broadcast that ski thing? Or?
No, we decided to send Al Michaels instead.
Oh.
Because we think you got to be down here to do the rest of this tournament. So,
okay.
And I think you could say, do you believe in miracles like Al Michaels did in Lake Placid in 1980? But, hey, what a great trip for our ski team and Jerry Wolf. They look pretty good out there tonight.
Yeah,
they're kind of like hockey jerseys they're all
That's
wearing.
what I thought they were over there to start with there. But, great. He does a great job, year in and year out with both men and women.
Yeah, he does, and we wish him the best of luck in Lake Placid. That's a long way to go to ski, but hopefully there's more snow there than there was up at Red Lodge this past week. And congrats to Red Lodge. They do a great job running those meets like that.
Yes, they do. All right, thanks for coming over, Bruce. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Bob. Good to see you back in town. Get off the road a little bit.
Yeah, a couple more weeks, and I'll be home.
All right, thanks.
All right, we'll take us a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back. Brad will have some halftime stats.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity.
I don't even have my crowd mic on, Andy.
Timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
And he's too noisy over here.
And can't be missed either. First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And welcome back to the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. We've got a halftime score. It is Western 33-29 at the half up in Dillon. And here at halftime, it's Rocky 34-29 over Northern at halftime. And we'll turn it over to Brad with some halftime stats.
All right, here's stat for our first half of tonight's ball game. Scoring-wise for the Rocky Mountain Battlin Bear is Rob Neeby leading the way with 10 points, on pace to get his season average. Derek Graves with 6, Chad Kanan with 5, Joel Stoltz with 4, Ben Moore-Kirky with 4, Tegan Johnson with 3, and Taylor Longo with 2 points. Longo in a little bit of foul trouble on that first half, able to just log 9 minutes. He also had 3 assists to lead the team, though, in half in just those 9 minutes. Battlin Bears shooting the ball pretty well from the floor. 12-28 is good for just under 43%. 2 of 10 from deep for 20%, and 8 of 12 from charity stripe for 66%. 20 total rebounds for the Bears, 15 defensive, 5 offensive. Leading the way is Rob Neeby with 7 boards as well, too. So we've got 10.7 boards here at halftime. 6 assists as a team. As I said earlier, Longo with 3 of those assists in just 9 minutes playing that first half. 7 turnovers as a team, 2 blocks with Stoltz and Graves getting 1 apiece there. Scoring for the MSU Northern Lights. Leading the way was Travell Lee with 9. David Strotter with 6. Warren Edmondson with 5. Tyler Chandler with 3. Justin Dunsmore with 2. And Ryan Reeves with 2 for the Lights as well. Lights shooting the ball just 34% from the floor in the first half. They were 9 of 26, 4 of 16 from deep, good for 25%, and 7 of 10 at the charity stripe for 70%. Just 13 total rebounds in that first half. The Bears holding a 7 advantage on the boards. Just 2 offensive rebounds, 11 defensive. They are led in assists by David Strutter with 2. 4 assists as a team, just 4 turnovers, so a few less turnovers than the Bears in that first half. But the Bears shooting the ball a little bit better and also hold the advantage on the boards, and they hold the advantage on the scoreboard too here. 5 points lead for the Bears at halftime.
We'll take us a 3-minute timeout. Come back. We'll have you set for our second half after this.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click On Demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball, and in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. And welcome back here to the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College, First Interstate Bank Court. As we get set for our second half action, Rocky on top, 34-29. This is Bob Ritterott along with Brad Ritterott tonight. Want to welcome our listeners on QX 92.5 up in Havre, as well as KVRM 104.5 right here on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. Underway, Lights basketball to start this second half. Lee has it out on top. Margasa back to lead, back to Margasa. Bears starting out here in a 2-3 zone defense, it looks like. Edmondson cuts through. They're watching him on the cut as Lee gets the ball, penetrates. Now they swing it around. Edmondson penetrates, gets into the paint, puts up the floater. It's good. 34-31. Rocky on top by 3. Just underway here in the second half as Rocky gets their first possession of the second half. Longo and Moorkirky sat a long time in that first half with fouls. And it's going to be the shot by Moorkirky. Put back by Graves is no good, and Lee comes out of there with the basketball. Travell Lee. Strother comes back out top, back to Lee. Lee, three-pointer is going to be off, no good. Rebound fought for underneath. It comes down to Nebe. Rob Nebe with the basketball off the left side. He takes it to the hole, and he's going to be fouled. And Rob Nebe will go up the line to shoot a couple here. The fouls. It'll be the first team foul for the Lights. Going to go against Margasa.
Margarsa. That's his second personal foul, team first.
Rob Nebe back to the free throw line.
Number 30, Rob Nebe.
First free throw by Rob is up and good. (35-31). Rob's second free throw's good. 36-31, 18:52 to go here in the first half. Margasa comes down. Hands off direct to Lee. Lee has it out on top. Goes far side Edmondson. Edmondson gets a screen out there on top. Edmondson into Reck. High post. Reck penetrates against Nebe. Goes up. And it's going to be blocked in. Strother has it. Kicks it out. Edmondson shot at the 4 seconds, and the rebound comes down to Graves. Graves gets it up to Nebe. Nebe on the left side. Nebe back to Graves. Hands it to Cannonen, and Chad Cannonen going to lose his footing. Chad holding his ear there. I don't know what happened. I guess he went down on the floor, huh?
He did. He might take a knee right to the side of the head, I believe.
As the Lights come back the other way, Margasa has it out the Reck on top. Reck will hand it off. Edmondson back to Margasa. Margasa penetrates. Free throw line, doesn't take the shot. Hands off to Edmondson. It's no good, and we got a ball's going to hit the cable at the top of the backboard there. It'll be out of bounds to the Battlin Bears. 36-31, 17:55 here in the ball game. Regulation. We played one overtime between these two teams. The first conference game of the season back in December. Longo with the basketball, penetrates, tries to go to Nebe underneath, and it's going to be stolen now. It's stolen back by Graves. Graves puts up the shot. It's up and good by Derek Graves. 38-31. Rocky back to a 7-point lead. Rocky's biggest lead of the night was 10 points. Reck hands off to Lee. Lee with the basketball. Dumps inside, Strother. Strother back out to Reck on top. Reck goes to Lee. Lee with it. He puts up the three-pointer. It's good. Travell Lee hits another three-pointer.
That's his third three of the night. He's got 12 points for the Lights.
Bears got to guard him as the ball nearly stolen away as Longo comes down with it. Longo gets it to Cannonen. Back to Longo for three on the top. Going to be off the front iron. Reck with the rebound. Edmondson comes across the timeline. He'll set things up on top. Hands it off to Margasa. Strother, high post. Margasa, Strother wants to go baseline now. Takes it to the hole. It's going to be stolen away there, partially blocked. Graves comes back with the loose ball for the Bears. And Graves just dribbles in for the layup. As Coach Hughes not happy about that at all. That was way too easy.
Yes, it was. He's got to slide over and stop ball.
40-34, 6-point Rocky lead. Edmondson, long three-pointer over Nebe is good. Edmondson warming up here for the Lights in this second half. Longo Goes to Nebe. Nebe kicks back outside to Graves. Graves penetrates, goes to Longo. Longo with the basketball, back to Graves. 8 on the shot clock. Graves penetrates, kicks it underneath to Moorkirky. Moorkirky jump hook, no good. And they fight for the rebound, and it's going to be Margasa coming out of there with the board. Brings it up across the timeline. 15:24 to go in the ball game. Edmondson gets it to Reck. Reck with it out on top. Reck. Edmondson. Back to Reck. Reck. Spin move underneath. It's up and good.
Basket good by number
40-39. Rocky on top by 1. Winner moves on. The losers finishes their season here tonight on First Interstate Bank Court. Longo with the basketball. Out on top. Goes to Cannonen. They go underneath the Nebe, and we're going to have a whistle and a foul against Warren Edmondson on the push on Rob Nebe.
Fouls on the Whites, number 24.
Johnson coming in for the Battlin Bears, and Chandler coming in for the Lights.
Number 34, Tyler Chandler.
Edmondson picking up his second personal team foul, number 2 against the Lights, too, here in the second half.
And it's Moorkirky getting the inbounds pass for the two-handed dunk. Yes, Ben Moorkirky, the big one there.
That was nice play there, a little ball fake. Defender bit for it, and lane was wide open there for the easy slam.
You know, Brad, that's the third time the Bears have scored on inbounds plays from underneath their basket. That could be the difference in this ball game at the end as Edmondson puts up the three-pointer, and we got a whistle and a foul.
I think it's going to go against Tegan Johnson.
And they're going to say it's not a shooting foul.
No, it was fouled the Lights setting the screen there. He's trying to fight through the screen.
So it'll be Lights basketball right in front of the Northern bench. Margasa has it. Strather comes back out on top, hands off to Chandler. Chandler. They swing it around. Margasa, great movement here as Strother gets it underneath, and Strother's going to be fouled as he goes to the basket. It'll be Moorkirky picking up the foul.
Moorkirky's third.
Bears number 40, Ben Moorkirky. That's his third personal foul, team second.
As Strother will go to the line, a very good free throw shooter. Joe Stoltz comes in. He will replace Moorkirky.
Checking in for your Battlin Bears, number 34, Joe Stoltz.
42-40 as Lee coming back into the game as well. Lee will come in for Reck.
Number 3, Travail Lee.
Coach Hughes going with a smaller lineup here. Strother still out on the floor, but misses the free throw, and Chandler gets the rebound. Chandler out to Margasa. Margasa with it. Chandler, Bears have gone to a man-to-man defense. Nope, they're still in that zone. Margasa has it, 15 on the shot clock. Chandler down underneath Strather. Chandler for 3 on the right side, no good. And it's going to be Taylor Longo with a rebound for the Battlin Bears. Longo brings it up the left side. Bears been a little bit stagnant here this second half. Cannonen penetrates, nowhere to go, kicks out Joe Stoltz. 18-foot jumper, no good. Rebound fought for. And it's going to be out of bounds as Edmondson is going to step on the baseline.
Media timeout called on the floor.
Going to be a media timeout with 13:29 to go in the ballgame. Rocky on top by 2, 42-40. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Fans, our third championship program. We want to recognize tonight as our 2015 men's soccer team. Led by head coach Richard Duffy. The Battlin Bears finished with 17-3-4 record. In just their first season as members of the Cascade Collegiate Conference, the Battlin Bears won the regular season title, as well as the Cascade Collegiate Conference Tournament Championship. held by Delray Beach, Florida. Senior Jack Clancy was named third-team All-America for the Battlin Bears. Join us in congratulating our
Directions are different on the
soccer
mountain.
team.
Mountain
The
Dew.
Rousey
It's
Battlin
different on the
Bears.
mountain.
Applause.
And welcome back to the Fortin Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College as they honor the men's soccer team here on the, boy, I'm hard on my own ears here. There we go. We'll try that. As we got another score out of Dillon. It is 43-41, University of Great Falls with 13 minutes left in the ball game. So UGF coming back, taking the lead over Western at home. Rocky basketball. Takes it to Longo. Taylor Longo takes it to the hole. Shots up, no good. As the Lights come back the other way with Lee. Lee has it. Goes to Chandler. Chandler with it. Chandler goes back to Lee. Lights can take the lead with a three-point play here, Brad, with 13:05 to go. Chandler with basketball to Strother, and we got an offensive foul. It's going to go against Strother.
Fouls on the Lights number 22, David Strother.
That'll be three on Strother.
Personal foul, team
There's 13 foul on the Lights here, too.
Checking in for the Lights number 44, KJ Reck.
As Reck comes back into the ball game for Strother. As the Bears bring it across, Longo gets it to Nebe. Nebe goes to Stoltz. Stoltz has it. Free throw line, kicks it underneath to Nebe on the baseline. Nebe puts up the left-handed runner. It's good. Rob Nebe with a tough shot inside for the Battlin Bears.
Basket's good.
It's going to go against Reck. That is his third personal foul.
Team 4. Number 30, Rob Nebe to the line, shooting one.
As Rob tries to go to the line here to finish off the old-fashioned three-point play. He does. It's up and good, 45-40. As Reeves comes back into the game for Reck.
50, Ryan Reeves.
Reeves, a 6'9" sophomore out of Alaska. 12:41 to go in the ball game. Rocky back on top here, 45-41. Lights been able to get back to within one or two, but that's about it. Lee with the basketball on the far side, gets a screen over there from Chandler, now puts up the three, no good. Rebound fought for, and Stoltz comes out of there with it. Big board by Joe Stoltz. Longo gets it up to Johnson. Johnson goes baseline. Floater's no good. Stoltz. And it's going to be blocked in there by Reeves. It'll be out of bounds. It'll be Rocky basketball underneath their own basket.
Dylan Tatarka.
Tatarka coming into the ball game for Lee. As Taylor Longo will inbound the basketball underneath his own basket. Gets it into Nebe. Nebe back to Longo. Longo three-pointer. It's front iron, no good. Rebound underneath Stoltz. He couldn't finish. Rebound comes down to Reeves. Reeves will get it out to Edmondson. Edmondson with the basketball. Hands it off to Tatarka to Chandler. Chandler out on top. Edmondson three-pointer. Rolls around, no good. And it's Nebe with another rebound. He's stacking up the rebounds here tonight, Brad. 45-40. Rocky on top. Loose ball, and it's going to be picked up by Edmondson. And the Lights have numbers, but Edmondson's going to throw it out of bounds. It'll be turnover to Rocky.
Really was. He's expecting Reeves more to go, cut towards the hoop there. He just kind of leaped outside.
Checking in for the Lights, number 3, Treveil Lee.
53-50. Great Falls over Western with 10:41 to go. Taylor Longo comes back for the Battlin Bears. 11:26 to go here, 45-40 Rocky. And the ball's on the floor, and Stoltz comes out of there with it, hands it off to Longo. Longo goes up, and he's going to be fouled, and Taylor Longo go to the line as Margasa will pick up the personal foul.
That's his third personal foul, team's fifth. To the line for your Battlin Bears, number
Taylor
23,
Longo at the
Taylor
line.
Longo.
11:15 to go. Longo's free throw off the front iron, no good. Edmondson comes back in for Magassa. Magassa with 3 personal fouls, 5 team fouls on Northern, 2 on Rocky. Rocky has 4 timeouts. Northern with 3.
Checking in for your Battlin Bears, number 5, Derek Graves.
Derek Graves coming back into the game. And we got a whistles. We got some trash on the floor here. Somebody's ankle wrap coming apart here. 10:41 to go. It's 53-50. Great Falls over Western. Chandler will inbound the basketball. Gets it to Lee. Lee with it out on top. 11 minutes to go in our ball game. They swing it around far side to Tarka. Chandler goes inside to Reeves with the lob, and Reeves goes up, can't finish, gets his own rebound, goes up and finishes, and Reeves with a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Good.
As Reeves will go to the line, and Rob Neby picks up his second personal foul for the Battlin Bears.
Number 50, Ryan Reeves to the line, shooting 1.
Reeves puts it up. It is good. 46-43. Rocky on top by 3. It's a one-possession ball game as Stoltz has it out on top. Hands it off to Neby. Neby wanted that 3, didn't get it. Longo's going to penetrate, kicks it underneath to Stoltz, and Stoltz couldn't handle the pass. It'll be Rocky basketball underneath. Long three-pointer by Rob Neby is up and good.
That's Neby's first 3 of the game.
And Coach Hughes calling a timeout. 10:32 to go. 49-43 Rocky. We'll be back in a minute.
Fans, we'd like to wish good luck to our women's basketball team, who'll be playing in the quarterfinals.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Hey, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer you the bank. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
8-3-4.
49-43, Rocky on top. 10:32 to go in our ball game. Rocky's led pretty much this entire ball game, Brad, from the get-go.
Northern has not had a lead tonight. Gotten close a couple times, but it seems like they get within 2-3. Rocky always answer with a bucket.
And this is Tatarka taking it to the hole, and he'll be fouled. Foul's going to go against Joe Stoltz. That'll be his second personal foul. 14 fouls on Rocky, 5 on Northern. Tatarka will go to the line to shoot a couple. First one's going to roll off. No good as Strother comes back into the ball game. Strother replacing Reeves. I think that went in, didn't it, Brad?
He did, yeah. Got 1 of 2 there. Pulls the lights within 5.
As Longo takes it to the hole the other way. Nice left-handed scoop layup is good. As Longo answers with the basket there. 10 minutes to go in our ball game. Halfway through this second half. Rocky on top, 51-44.
That's Longo's first field goal of the ball game. He's got 5 points now.
And Edmondson comes back with the long three-pointer. It's going to be short, and Nebe gets the rebound. Nebe brings it back, pulls up, top of the key, and Rob Nebe goes 2 for 2 as Nebe hits the three-pointer, and Coach Hughes wants a timeout. 54, Rocky Northern 44. We'll see what it is. I believe it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take one as well. We'll be back in a minute.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click on demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball. And in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College.
54-44 as Northern cut into this lead, got down to about 1 point there, Brad, and then Rocky comes right back and extends it back to that 10-point lead.
Yeah, they did a couple timely threes by Rob Nebe. He's having a great game here, 21 points, 9 boards. The senior's not quite ready for his Battlin Bear career to end tonight.
Put in a lot of time off the court to make himself better and on the court. As Lee with the basketball. Goes far side to Tatarka. Tatarka into Chandler. Chandler had a hot hand that first half. This one's going to be short, and Nebe's got to be close to a double-double as he pulls down another rebound.
That'll do it, 21 and 10.
As Taylor Longo bring it over to the right side for the Bears. Longo with the basketball. Kicks it out. Nebe with it on top. Moorkirky, high post, gets it to Johnson. Johnson goes up, can't finish, and it's Moorkirky with the tip. As Ben Moorkirky comes in with the left-handed tip, and Rocky has their biggest lead of the night by 12. Lee with the basketball. Dumps it off, Strother. Strother has it. As Longo gets the steal, and is this a dunk? No, as Taylor goes up, lays it nice off the glass, 4-2. 58-44, Rocky on top by 14, the biggest lead of the ball game. Lee comes back. Northern needs a basket. Edmondson takes it to the hole, can't finish it. Partially blocked there by Moorkirky. He gets the rebound out to Nebe. Under to Moorkirky. Moorkirky underneath, puts it up off the glass, no good. Gets his rebound, goes up. He can't finish with that. And Moorkirky's fouled. He'll go up the line and shoot 2. And this one's going to go against Strother. That'll be his 4th personal foul. 16 fouls on Northern. Moorkirky at the line. Ben, a very good free throw shooter. First one is up and good as Reck and Margasa come back in for the Lights, as well as Cannon for the Battlin Bears. Edmondson and Lee, a couple of seniors, as well as KJ Reck from this Northern team. Moorkirky, second one in and out, no good. Moorkirky, Nebe, and Stoltz, the seniors on the Rocky team. Chandler with it, goes far side. Now they get it into Reck. Reck goes to work against Moorkirky. Now goes up. Shots in and out, no good. And Longo comes out of there with the rebound. Taylor Longo up the floor quickly. Gets it out to Nebe. Nebe, Coach Drykosen wanting to take some time off the shot clock here. Rocky up by 15. Graves with the basketball out on top. Hands it off to Longo. Longo wants the goal. Now tries to go to Nebe inside, or Morkirky off his hands. And Lee comes back the other way. And the basket's going to fall, Brad. Great job by Travell Lee to get that basket to hold his concentration after the foul.
Number 3, Travell Lee to the line, shooting 1.
Lee will be at the free throw line. That's the second foul on Cannon. Travell a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play here. 59-46, Rocky on top. Free throw is up and good. Tatarka and Strother coming back in. Coach Hughes, I'm guessing, Brad, going a little offense, defense here already in this ball game. Rocky basketball as well. The Lions putting on some full court pressure. Graves gets it up and they kick it out. They'll set it up with Taylor Longo on top for the Battlin Bears. He goes to Nebe. Swings it around to Graves on the left side. Run a little bit of wheel here as Cannon gets it. Now to Nebe. Nebe. Graves with it on the right side to Longo. Longo, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Taylor takes it to the hole, puts it up, no good. And it's going to be stolen away as Travell Lee takes it the other way for the Lights. Can't finish the layup. And Travell, just a little bit of too much spin on that one. We'll see what they call. They're going to call a foul as Edmondson picks up the personal foul. That'll be his third personal foul.
Checking in for your Battlin Bears, number 24, Tegan Johnson.
That'll be his 17th foul. So this will be a bonus attempt here.
To the line for
Looks
your
like
Battlin
Rob
Bears,
Nebe's going to shoot him.
Rob Nebe.
Rob up at the line. Free throws good by Rob. Depending on what happens down in Western, or where this winner will go. Second shot, no good as the rebound comes down to Strother. Gets it out to Edmondson. Edmondson has it. Edmondson goes to Lee. Lee with it. Now takes it out on top. Lee out to Mark Gossa. Back to Lee. Lee, three-pointer in the corner off the rim. No good. Rebound comes down to Morkirky. Morkirky. And it'll be Graves bringing it up across the timeline. 6:11 to go in the ball game. Graves with the basketball out on top. Gets it to Nebe. Nebe back to Graves. Graves with it. 9 on the shot clock. Graves. Hits Cannon on the back door. Underneath. Puts up the reverse shot. No good. Nebe with the putback as Rob Nebe gets the rebound but never hit the rim and puts it back in at the shot clock. Edmondson with the basketball on the left side for the Lights. Penetrates, gets in the zone, in the paint. Ball's tipped, knocked loose. The ball's loose on the floor as Cannon tries to save it. Strother picks it up for the Lights. Out to Lee. Travell Lee with the basketball. He's had a hot hand tonight. He dumps it off Edmondson underneath the Strother, wide open for 2.
Yeah, nice dish there for Edmondson.
Lights putting on full court pressure here. Tegan Johnson gets it into front court. They try to go underneath. It's going to be stolen away by Strother, 62-49. Rocky on top. Lee from the corner for 3. No good. Rebound fought for, and it's Johnson coming out of there with the rebound for the Battlin Bears. Johnson dribbling through traffic. Gets it to Nebe to Graves. Graves with the basketball out on front. Graves taking some time off the clock. He's guarded out there by Margasa. 4:40 to go in the ball game as Graves goes up, can't finish, and Nebe with the putback twice as Rob Nebe puts it in for two more. Rob having a great game here tonight, 64-49.
Yeah, he is, and the Bears continuing their advantage on the boards here the second half.
And it is Edmondson taking it through the hole. He's going to be fouled by Moorkirky. It'll be, the basket will be good, and Edmondson has a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play. As Oberweiser comes into the game for the Lights for his first time into the ball game tonight. Good three-point shooter for Coach Sean Hughes. Joe Stoltz comes back in for Moorkirky as Ben has 4 personal fouls. Longo came into the game as well. He replaced Chad Cannonen. Edmondson at the line. Shooting one. It's going to be off the front iron. Stoltz with the rebound. Gets it to Nebe. Nebe having trouble. And we got a timeout called by Rob Nebe in the backcourt. Going to be a full timeout. 4:12 to go in the ballgame. 64-51 Rocky. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay, kiddo. Hold your fishing pole like this. Good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa! That's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
64-51. Rocky on top of Northern with 4:12 to go in the ball game. About as noisy as I've seen the Fortin Center all year here tonight. Rocky with the basketball in the backcourt as Northern putting on full court pressure here. They get it up ahead to Nebe. Nebe with the basketball, and Nebe's going to take it to the hole and score. And he'll be fouled by Oberweiser, and he'll have a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Fouls on the Lights, number 23, Kevin Oberweiser. That's his first personal
Oberweiser
foul.
picking up his first foul as Chandler will come in for him.
Lights, number 34, Tyler Chandler.
Rob Nebe goes back up to the line for a chance at another three-point play. It's up and good, and the Battlin Bears lead by 16, their biggest lead of the night. Lights come back the other way. Margasa to Lee. Lee with it to Chandler. Chandler three-pointer. It's going to be off, no good. And a rebound comes down to Stoltz. He gets it out to Graves. Graves with the basketball goes to Johnson. Up ahead to Longo. Longo takes it up, and he's going to be fouled by Lee. And Taylor Longo will go to the line to shoot free throws here. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation. Nope, they're going to say it was a shooting foul, I guess. As Lee picks up his second foul.
Number 23, Taylor Longo, shooting 2.
Bears will be in a double bonus from here on out. As Taylor Longo gets that one to fall. Longo's second free throw is up and good. 69-51, 18-point lead for the Battlin Bears. Margasa takes it to the hole, goes up, and he's going to be fouled by Joel Stoltz. As Stoltz picks up this foul, that'll be 3 on Joel.
That's his third personal foul, team 7. Number 20, Badassa Margasa to the line.
Margasa's free throw is up and good. Second one rolls around, falls in, good. Eby gets it ahead to Stoltz. Stoltz with it to Graves. Graves kicks it out to Eby. As Coach Drykosen calling out for patience. As Longo with the basketball. Kicks it out, Eby for three, and we got a whistle and a foul underneath.
Yeah, offensive foul is going to go against Taylor Longo, picking up his third.
I didn't see, did Rob shot go in, Brett?
It did, no.
And the Lions get the ball. Margasa up across the timeline to Edmondson. Edmondson with it. Left side to Lee. Lee, skip pass. Margasa hands off to Lee. Shot in the corner. And we got another whistle and a foul. It's going to go against Neby. As Rob is going to pick up his third personal foul. It'll be a 1-on-1 situation. And Moorkirky will come in. As Moorkirky will come in for Joel Stoltz.
On the charity strike, number 20, Badassa Margasa for a 1-on-1.
Margasa back to the line for a 1-on-1 here. 69-53, Rocky on top. First one's up and good. 69-54, Coach Hughes wants a timeout. 3:03 to go, 69-54 our score. It's a 30-second, nope, it's going to be a full timeout on the media timeout. We'll be back in a minute.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
And Great Falls is leading Western 64-62 with about a minute to go in that ball game over in Dillon. Here at Rocky, it's Rocky 69, Northern 54. Margasa at the line. 4-1. It rolls around. It's good. It'll be Rocky basketball as the Lights come in here with full court pressure. Neby will inbound the basketball, gets it to Longo. Longo guarded there by Lee, and we got a whistle and a foul. And it'll be Taylor Longo going to the line to shoot two. The foul's going to go against Travell Lee. That'll be 3 on Lee.
That's his third personal foul, team 10. Number 23, Taylor Longo to the line, shooting 2.
As Taylor Longo go back to the free throw line. Taylor had a rough night from the floor tonight, but played pretty well from the free throw line. So he gets that first one, 70-55. 2:59 to go in the ball game. We'll get the playoff scenarios from Athletic Director Bruce Parker here at the end of this ball game as Great Falls on top of Western in Dillon. Second free throw is good by Longo as Margasa comes back, takes it. It's going to be, we got a blocking foul as it's going to go against Tegan Johnson. He picks up his second foul, and Margasa will go to the line to shoot two.
Margasa.
And the free throw up and good by Margasa as Tatarka comes back in. Tatarka, the 6'3 sophomore out of Great Falls. Margasa, second free throw, no good. Rebound, Moorkirky. Longo with the basketball. Gets it up to Tegan Johnson. Tegan Johnson with it. Johnson reverses, now takes it inside. Tries to go to Neby. It's a turnover on the Battlin Bears. Not what Coach Drykosen wants. 71-56, 2:40 to go. Full house here in Rocky tonight. Margasa picks it up, crosses the timeline, hands off to Lee. Lee with the basketball, wants to penetrate, goes to Edmondson. Edmondson has it, back to Lee. Lee goes baseline, puts up the floater, it's good. Travell Lee with a nice drive on the baseline. Bears inbound it, Longo with the basketball. And we got a whistle and a foul is going to go against Margasa.
Fouls on the lights, number 20.
That's going to be his fourth, and Bears will be in the double bonus here. Longo heading back to the charity stripe. He's 7 of 8 here so far tonight.
Taylor Longo doing a great job from free throw line. Knows he's going to get fouled on his full court pressure. 2:18 to go in the ball game. Shot is going to be off, no good. You jinxed him, Brad.
I did.
71-58 our score. Both teams in a double bonus here. Rocky with 2 timeouts left. Northern with 1 as Longo makes his second free throw. Margasa brings it back up the other way for the Lights. Goes to Chandler. Chandler hands off. And it's going to be knocked loose, and Tegan Johnson comes up with a loose ball. Gets it to Neby. Neby with the basketball. Gets it up to Longo. Longo across the timeline. Taylor brings it back out in front. 19 on the shot clock, 1:57 on the game clock as Longo dribbling the ball around. It's going to be stolen away by Chandler. Up to Margasa to Lee for 3 in the corner. It is good. As Coach Hughes wants a timeout, it'll be a full timeout. 1:44 to go in the ball game. 72-61. Rocky. We'll be back in a minute.
Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click on demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons. Throughout the season, this fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball, and in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College.
72-61 Rocky, 11 points away from, or 1 minute 44 seconds away from a win here. But the Lights putting on the pressure in full court, and it's going to be Moorkirky being fouled. And Ben Moorkirky will make the long walk. Tatarka picking up his first personal foul.
To the line for your Battlin Bears, shooting 2.
Lights, Brad, are out of timeouts. Moorkirky at the line for the Bears. First one off the back iron, no good.
Checking in for the Lights, number 34.
Waiting to see some scores out of Dillon because it all depends on who wins down there, where the winner of this game will go. Moorkirky, second one is up and good. 73-61, 1:42 to go in the ball game. Margasa picks it up at the timeline. Edmondson long three-pointer. It's good. As Warren Edmondson hits a deep three, 73-64. It's a 9-point ball game, and Lee is going to foul Rob Neby. And Rob will make the long walk. Shoot 2 here. That's going to be 3 fouls on Lee. 4 fouls on Lee.
It's back to single digits here, probably about the first time since around the 10-minute mark here in the second half.
Neby goes up to the line, had a great night from the line. What is he, Brad?
8 of 9.
Make that one more. 9 of 10 now.
8 of 10 right now.
Back to a 10-point lead. $1:29 to go in the ball game. Second one is good. 75-64, Rocky on top. Margasa comes back to Lee. Lee to Chandler for 3. Off, no good. Taylor Longo skies for the rebound. And he's going to be, believe it's going to be Rob Neby calling a timeout down there. We'll stay right here, try to explain some scenarios to you. If Rocky would win this game and Great Falls would win at Western, Rocky would go to Carroll. If Western wins and Rocky wins, Rocky will go to LC and play on Friday. Want to remind everyone that the women, Rocky women, these same two schools meeting tomorrow night up in Havre as the Battlin Bear ladies travel to Havre to take on the Skylights up in Havre tomorrow night. I want to take this time to thank Andy and all the crew. Got Preston up there as well. He's been with us quite a bit during the season, running camera for us, and Andy doing the switching on the video board up there, controlling that for us. And want to thank them for the season. As it'll be Bears basketball in the backcourt. As they set up in a 1-4. Graves inbounds the basketball, gets it to Neby. Neby brings it up across the timeline. Rob looks to take it to the hole. Now he kicks it back out and nearly turned over. It's going to be turned over as Rob Neby, the one you would at least expect to turn that ball over, threw it out of bounds. 75-64, 1:10 to go in the ball game. Margasa comes down, hands off to Edmondson. Edmondson puts up the three-pointer. It's going to be an air ball out of bounds. They're going to say it's Rocky basketball.
Checking in for the Lights, number 31, Dylan Tatarka.
As Derek Graves will inbound the basketball, Tatarka back into the game for the Lights. Graves with it. Gets it into Moorkirky, back to Graves, up to Tegan Johnson. Johnson with it, goes to Longo. Longo goes out to Neby, back to Longo. Moorkirky. Johnson. Moorkirky. Neby. Underneath to Moorkirky for 2. 77-64, 39 seconds to go. Lee with the basketball. Lee penetrates, takes it to the hole. It's good. Travell Lee taking it to the basket for 2. Clock stops after every made basket here at the end of the first half in the ball game as Johnson gets it across the timeline for the Battlin Bears. And Tegan Johnson knocked but did not travel there as Neby has it. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it to Moorkirky. Moorkirky in the corner to Graves. And Graves will be fouled on the shot by Tatarka.
Fouls on the Lights, number 31, Dylan Tatarka. That's his second personal foul. Number 5, Derek
Betcher coming into the ball game, as well as Trey Larson. And Braden Wacker coming in as well this final 6 seconds. And I think you're going to see the 3 seniors from Rocky as Neby, Moorkirky, and Longo, only a junior this year, come off the floor. And Coach Hughes taking his starters out as well. Just a great effort here by both of these teams. here tonight, as this is the fourth time they have met this season. Rocky coming away with 3 wins. Northern won the first one here in overtime by 1. And Rocky will come away here with a win, 78-66, our score with 12 seconds to go. To Tarka, to Chandler. Chandler goes far side. Shot put up by Brett Thompson. No good. Rebound, Tegan Johnson. 2 seconds to go, and Rocky is going to win. 78-66 is our final. The Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College will move on here in the playoffs. And we have it is 64-64 with 28 seconds left, and it is Great Falls' basketball. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back after this.
Okay, kiddo, hold your fishing pole like this. Okay, good.
What does opportunity look like? Opportunity seizes the moment, knows timing is everything, and doesn't expect an open window to stay open forever.
Dad, I got a bite!
Opportunity knows some things just can't be planned, and can't be missed either.
Whoa, that's a big one!
First Interstate Bank. That's what opportunity looks like. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Out here, there are certain wisdoms we were raised on. Like patience is a virtue. Make that a necessity. And because necessity is the mother of invention, First Interstate Bank is proud to offer mobile banking. Transfer funds and check balances from your phone, anytime, anywhere, and keep making progress, even if you aren't really moving. First Interstate Bank. Neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Nothing like a cold bottle of Mountain Dew.
Calculating route. At the next stop, take a hard right.
Okay.
Turn up the radio.
You want me to do?
Louder.
Okay.
Louder. Louder. Much better. Rustle your hair and untuck that shirt.
All right.
Wink at the redhead in the next lane.
Oh, hi there.
Take another big sip of Mountain Dew. Downshift and gun it.
Okay.
You've arrived at the mountain.
Directions are different on the mountain. Mountain Dew. It's different on the mountain.
Just a reminder that Montana Sportscast now has podcast. Tom Kurtz and Bob Ritterott will host a Frontier Conference podcast on Wednesday evenings. Those podcasts can be found on our website. If you go to the Game Central tab and click On Demand, you'll see our Frontier Conference podcast there. We will also have some podcasts as we get into the high school playoff seasons throughout the season. This fall will be volleyball and football. In the wintertime, it'll be basketball, and in the spring, we'll talk a little bit about some track as well. Once again, on Montana Sportscast, you can also listen to live coverage of the Battlin Bears of Rocky Mountain College football and men's and women's basketball. You can also catch that action on Rocky's new radio station, KVRM, FM 104.5 on the campus of Rocky Mountain College.
And welcome back to the Ford Center on the campus of Rocky Mountain College as the Battlin Bears come out of here with a win tonight, 78-66, Brad. They led from the buzzer. Northern never could get back. They got back to within 1. They just never could get back to this ball game. And Great Falls upsets Western at Western, so Rocky will travel to Carroll on Friday night at 7 o'clock and play in that game. Brad, you got some stats for us on the ball game.
Yeah, final stats here. First, scoring-wise for the Northern Lights, led by Trevail Lee with 22, Warren Edmondson 15, David Strutter with 9, Bahad Margarsa with 7, Ryan Reeves 5, Tyler Chandler 3, Justin Dunsmore 2, Dylan Parkta 1, and KJ Rich getting 2 points as well. Light shot the ball 36% from the floor for the ball game, 24 from deep, and 69 from the charity stripe. Just 24 total rebounds for the Lights. The Bears had 45. They held 21 rebound advantages, a huge advantage there as they controlled the boards pretty much the entire game. Scoring-wise for the Rocky Mountain Bears, led by Rob Neebe, had 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists. He had a whale of a game tonight. Ben Moorkirky with 12, Taylor Longo 12, Derek Graves 11, Chad Cannon 5, Joel Stoltz 4, and Tegan Johnson with 3 for the Bears. Shot the ball 45% from the floor. Good for 28 from deep and 70% from the charity stripe. Like I said, 45 total rebounds, led by Neebe with 13, as they had a 21 rebound advantage over the Lights tonight. 6 more turnovers there. They had 17 turnovers compared to the Lights, just 11. But, in the end, it was just the Bears pretty much start from finish. Lights were able to get close a couple times, but it always seems like the Bears answered with the bucket.
Definitely, Brad. They just started out. A couple of things in this game. Rob Neebe goes over 1,000 points in his career here tonight. I believe he needed 21 or 22 points to go over 1,000 points for his career at Rocky. Quite an accomplishment from him to be able to do that. But the rebounding, I think, was a huge thing in this game. Rocky just totally controlled the boards. Neebe, I think, had 4 or 5 putbacks off offensive rebounds, the 4 scores, and then got fouled on some of those and ended up with a 3-point play on those. But you got to give the Lights credit. They came in here very well coached by Coach Sean Hughes. They hung close pretty much throughout this ball game. Rocky kind of pulled away that last 6 minutes, but a very good, very close ball game. And hats off to Coach Sean Hughes and the Lights. And once again, the Battlin Bears will go to Carroll on Friday night. They will take on the Carroll Saints Friday night at 7 o'clock. And it will be Great Falls going to Lewis Clark State as Great Falls upsets Western tonight in Dillon. Once again, our final score here tonight, it is Rocky 78, Northern 66. I want to thank the listeners up in Havre on QX 92.5 M for listening to us as well. And I want to thank all the people that helped us with our broadcast here on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. It's been a great season. Looking for some more fun and action here, as we could still possibly host a tournament game here if Great Falls and Rocky could both pull off upset wins on Friday night. For Bob Ritterott, Brad Ritterott, and the crew up above, want to thank everyone for listening to us. Have a good evening and a great Battlin Bear weekend.